the match that really set into motion the series of events that formed All Elite Wrestling.
You're welcome.
Well, I'd like to thank Tony Khan, but
You get around to that. Listen, here's the deal. Kenny Omega has, in a sense, given up on his lifelong friends to become best friends with a twisted sociopath in Chris Jericho. Horrible judgment without me at the helm.
Normally you would guide Kenny, but in this case...
I like to pick his friends for him.
Sure.
and Kenny Omega, when he was closest with Matt and Nick Jackson, he had the best success of his career, not only in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but in All Elite Wrestling as well.
Well, that's an interesting take that belies what actual history says, which is a result because of me.
Well, yes, you deserve a lot of that credit for sure. I mean, and right now, Kenny, Kenny and the Bucks, it's rare to see that. You think of them, these guys hating each other and fighting each other. A nice reversal on that hip toss and another reversal.
I don't think Omega hates the Young Bucks. I don't think the Young Bucks hate Kenny Omega. I think really the fly in the ointment, so to speak, is standing in the corner there, Chris Jericho.
Well, that's true, but I think there is some sort of disdain. Maybe hatred's too strong of a word. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing this right now.
Jericho is a high-functioning sociopath hiding in plain sight on worldwide television. That's what you're dealing with right over there.
And I agree with you, by the way. I know Chris a long time, and you're not wrong about that.
Show of respect, show of friendship there between Kenny Omega and Nick Jackson. Jericho tagged in. And the one common denominator between Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, well, there's more than a couple, but the biggest common denominator is that both men were betrayed by you, Don Callis.
Both men disappointed me and couldn't make the cut for the Don Callis family.
Nice technical arm drag from Jericho, the Ocho, Le Champion.
Good switch on those headlock to the hammerlock, and an overhook attempt to a nice headlock by Matt Jackson. Ooh, chain wrestling action, I like it.
Jericho with the arm of Matt Jackson isolated. And
there we go.
Oh, Matt Jackson.
We saw on Dynamite how the Young Bucks were willing to take a shortcut, let's say.
That's right, they did win their match against Penta El Cerro Miedo and Commander in uncharacteristic fashion. 2 low blows, and now Omega tagging himself in as Jericho was swarming Matt Jackson with those chops, and Omega.
Look at that. That doesn't seem like a smart decision.
Unlike Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho has no problem, Taz, with the rough stuff. You've experienced that yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jericho for sure. But, seeing what Kenny Omega did right there, saving one of the Bucks, telling Chris, hold on a second, kind of off your point earlier, Nigel.
Mental weakness.
But Nigel was saying there's not hatred there, and I guess Nigel is correct on that. I think disdain is the right word, as I said earlier.
Maybe it's just the competitive juices throwing between 3 men who've traveled up and down the roads together.
And look at that, Matt Jackson, a flurry.
Why can't it just be disdain? Why, Excalibur? Why?
I like disdain, Tess. I mean, I don't like disdain, but I digress. Omega vaults off the back of Matt Jackson, looks for the Hurricanrana, finds it, and now Nick Jackson in. Bypass Jackson, sent spilling to the floor, but
Kenny Omega, he's, explosive, Don, as you know better than anybody. You can't take that away from him.
Tag was made before Nick Jackson pulled Jericho off of the apron.
Omega.
Here we go. Terminator clap, ringing out through the forum.
Building up a head of steam over the top. Comes down hard on Matt Jackson.
Makes it look easy.
Oh, but Nick right there with that kick. Right hand to the face of Jericho, but Jericho. Oh, great interception by Jericho.
Talk about being a step ahead of your opponent. Jericho, with all of that experience, showed it there.
Chris Jericho, masterful.
Bam. Diving through the ropes with that drop kick.
Cemento City.
You've been there before.
I'm liking this aggression from the Young Bucks so far.
Yeah, they're very aggressive.
Really get the impression.
Wait a second. Jericho's arm sandwiched. And that's the right arm. That's the Judas Effect arm of Jericho. The Young Bucks coming into this match with a game plan. Take away the Judas Effect from Jericho.
I think the Young Bucks were frankly offended that we are now in their realm of tag team wrestling, and they do not take this sort of intrusion lightly, in my view.
Yeah, and I love the game plan by the Bucks to take out the juice effect arm right there. It's very smart.
You don't become one of the greatest tag teams of their generation without a highly tactical tag team mindset. The Young Bucks, I mean, they are ring generals, to use that cliche.
Jericho's got a plate in his arm from a previous injury many years ago. Well documented. Smart for the Bucks to go after it.
And Don, of course, your 30-plus year friendship with Chris Jericho that you cast aside, you would know that very well.
I'm familiar with the various medical issues that both men have. Made it my business to know it.
Have you had a conversation this week with the Bucks?
No.
Well, no, okay.
No.
Just curious.
Try not to talk to the Bucks.
A little bit of claret on the forearm of Chris Jericho there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Could be from that arm injury, potentially. I'd hope not.
Well,
double clothesline.
Yeah.
Which you see Jericho clutching that right arm, and that lariat, that double clothesline, less effective on Nick Jackson, who was on Jericho's right side. And the drop kick, adding insult to injury on Jericho.
And early when that arm got caught in those steps, it might have sliced the arm. Don, that could be it, you know?
Metal on flesh, metal wins every time, Taz.
Good thing.
Oh, Matt Jackson identifies the wound of Jericho and drags him into the ring post.
The Young Bucks, all their title victories are known for a high-flying style, but they're using their brains in this one.
And they're showing a nice, vicious style, in my opinion, which is working right now against one of the greatest ever in Chris Jericho.
I mean, Chris Jericho is the master of constant reinvention, but same could be said about the Young Bucks as a tag team. They're so highly adaptable.
We're definitely seeing a different style here tonight, Excalibur, and it's working.
Who would have thunk it, guys? You get the Young Bucks getting booed in Los Angeles, right? Isn't that wild?
Yeah, not far from Rancho Cucamonga.
And all Kenny Omega can do at this point is watch.
Aubrey Edwards, the official, calling for the clean break. Nick Jackson maximizing that 5 count.
I can tell you from experience, Jericho is extremely resilient. He's battle-tested.
He is, but that blood coming off his arm and using that elbow to drop Matt Jackson. Jericho up to the middle rope drop kick.
That definitely landed. Nicely done. He's got to try and get Kenny in this thing here.
Landed on that arm, though.
He did, though. He did.
Jericho reaching, makes the tag. Omega's legal. And Omega coming in. I think Nick Jackson extended a hand, but Omega wanted no part of it.
Yeah, that's not in the middle of a match like this here.
Bucks send Omega in. Omega.
Wow, that was nice.
Matt Jackson ducked it, but connected, and so did that Snapdragon.
Yeah, sorry.
You can't escape.
Omega.
Oh, well scouted.
I mean, remember, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega earlier this year had a tremendous run as the AEW World Trios Champions. If there is any 3 men that know the offense of one another like the backs of their hands, it's Omega and the Young Bucks.
No doubt, and look at this offense by Omega, man.
And you can make an argument it was the loss of those titles that led to some of the conflict between all 3 of these guys.
You know what hangs in the balance here? An opportunity, Excalibur, towards the possible AEW Tag Team title shot.
Off the middle turnbuckle, and yeah, you're right, Taz. The Young Bucks at Wrestle Dream winning the 4-way match to earn a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championships anytime they want it. They put that shot on the line tonight against the future of the Golden Jets, but look at that, great counter by Nick, and
that was a sweet counter. Almost got Kenny. Good job by Nick.
Jackson using the momentum of Kenny Omega to get the advantage. Hold on.
Oh, counter on the backslide.
oh! Omega, he didn't want the backslide, he wanted the knee.
Oh, that certainly connected because with pain straight down the joint.
Yeah, you're right. He hurt his own knee on the guy's jaw.
Jericho into the rope, shoulder tackle. Another one takes down Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson charging in the cross chop. And Jericho, dealer's choice. He'll have both.
Ouch.
Awkward landing at the knees of Jericho. landing very awkward. Both Matt and Nick Jackson's lower extremities.
It's like a safe falling on you from the second floor.
Jericho looking for the walls and perhaps the lion tamer. Oh, big elbow strike. That one. Oh,
back to that arm.
Yeah,
smart wrestling.
Right? Very smart, Don. You're right. Wow, flying arm bar there.
And you see Jericho clutching that arm. The Young Bucks game plan seems to have taken Chris Jericho out of this match.
Like the steps, guys, the arm trapped in those steps. Like you said about the plate in the arm.
Oh, look what he's going for.
The walls of Jackson, perhaps, but no, Jericho, if there's anybody that knows how to counter it. And Matt gets taken down.
Oh, bad.
Rolling roundhouse, but Omega with the dunk. Fake high DDT. Oh, Golden Jets. Collide, Matt Jackson. The roll up on Jericho now. Work on Rana, Jericho.
Jericho put the brakes on here.
Gonna roll out of this, Matt.
Just walking forward.
He's got him. Chris has got him.
Matt Jackson.
He's sitting on that low back. Lactic acid building up in your hamstrings and your calves and your quads. It sucks. I've been there.
And Taz, to that point, makes it much more difficult for Matt Jackson to throw those super kicks with accuracy.
Great point.
Oh, look at this, though.
Yeah, Nick's got something in mind, Nigel, for sure.
Oh, no, Kenny Omega.
Omega had something in mind as well. Right in the center of the ring now. Are we going to see a submission tap out? Are the Young Bucks going to give up their title opportunity?
Golden Jets might get that opportunity. He's going to get the win, Jericho.
Matt Jackson on the verge of tapping.
Oh, no, look, the arm of Chris Jericho. He couldn't hold both legs because of the damage to the right arm.
Lost strength.
And look at Matt using the heel of his boot to hammer on that right arm, that right shoulder of Chris Jericho.
You see, though, Matt not able to follow up. It's tough. Being in a Boston Crab Alliance, it's just brutal on your lower back, guys, your legs. I mean, everything. We've been in it, right? It's horrible.
And Don, of course, you know Matt Jackson, a long history of back injury, lower back injury.
Correct. Listen, this all comes into play. They know each other very well. The difference here is the Bucks look like a seasoned tag team. Jericho and Omega look like two great singles wrestlers thus far.
I think that's an excellent observation by you, Don Callis.
Ostensibly, that's what it is. Bucks far more experienced as a team, but potentially Omega and Jericho have bigger star power.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember, too, Omega and Jericho, former AEW World Champions. They are indeed two great singles wrestlers, Don. But Jericho vaults over the top, lands on his feet. I don't think Matt Jackson realizes it. Turns, he sees Jericho.
Might be thinking Northern Lights here.
Intercepts. Double Northern Lights. Both men landing high on their shoulders and heads. A little bit of blood, I think, on the nose. Oh, Matt Jackson, but that is irrelevant right now because Kenny Omega just got German suplexed on the apron by one of his best friends.
And I can tell you that the neck of Kenny Omega is one of the areas that he looked after when he was off for a year.
Just long darted Matt Jackson's face and head into the mat.
Right, it's been the Young Bucks' intention from the beginning of this match to isolate Chris Jericho. Looks like they've finally done it.
What a counter.
And now Jericho hung up on the middle rope. Nick Jackson, the senton atomico. Matt covers. Nick holds Omega. Jericho forced to kick out.
Very close there. Take another look here. Watch this impact onto Chris's body.
Oh, God, man.
Brutal.
Onto Chris's body, and also, Taz, his right arm. It was across Jericho's midsection.
Yeah. Well, I said Jericho was resilient, man. It's getting tested right about now.
Bucks look like they want to do more damage to Jericho. They don't want to just win this. They want to end him, and I like that.
Jericho.
Look at this. Chris Jericho still fighting back.
And digging deep.
One of the most tenured and experienced superstars of all time. No question, a first ballot Hall of Fame career.
There's Jericho. He favors that Hurricane Rana from this position. You see, using his left hand, his non-dominant hand. to rain down those punches on Matt Jackson. And there's the work on Rana. Oh!
Nice.
The official's back was turned. Didn't see Nick Jackson doing the same thing he did on Dynamite.
It's like it's the replay.
Nick Jackson pulls up short.
Kenny's pissed at him. What are you doing with the low blow, dude? That's what he's saying.
Kenny should grow up. Story of his life.
Oh!
Maybe there's hatred now, Nigel. I don't know, but
Certainly disdain.
well said.
That is how the Young Bucks beat Commander and Penta this past Wednesday night. And now Nick Jackson. Judas!
Wow, he's got him.
1, 2, and Omega!
I'm enjoying this match, Excalibur. This is great.
This is a tremendous tag team battle, but things are starting to get dirty the longer this match goes. Nick Jackson taking a huge risk. It paid off. And now
This could be it.
Time to finish it.
We heard some acronyms earlier tonight. There it is.
Jericho's head sandwiched.
The end of the Golden Jets.
Oh! Jericho somehow kicks out.
Super impressive kick out by Chris Jericho there. That's years of big matches and just being flat out tough.
And disbelief not only on the face of the Young Bucks, but Don Callis as well as I look down the desk.
They're trying to you can kind of look at the Bucks, their eyes, they're trying to rethink or figure out what they're going to do here.
Just more of the same. Keep heaping on the punishment to Jericho.
Looking for 5 stars for this one. Hold on.
Omega puts on the brakes. The roll up by Jericho. Matt Jackson able to extricate himself. Super kick. No.
Oh, no.
Wow, that backfired.
With 15% there on the Bucks, and a super kick from Jericho. A super kick to the arm.
Right on the arm. I mean, right on the arm.
And Jericho.
Referee never saw it. Nick kind of pushed the ref out the way.
A scumbag.
Turnabout is fair play for the Bucks. Jericho now makes the tag. Omega's legal. How will he respond to these shortcuts that the Bucks have been taking?
This is a sort of hesitation.
Omega.
Got a choice to make. Which way's it going? Jericho. Wow. Uh-oh.
Omega.
Bang! Oh!
Snap Dragons.
The Bucks need to get out of the ring right now.
And Omega.
He's going one-winged angel.
Oh no! Reverse Rana.
Right on the back of the top of the head.
And Matt Jackson.
Here we go.
Is he thinking?
One-winged angel.
One-winged angel.
That's it.
1, 2, and
Wow. Magic getting beat with your own move.
the Golden Jets remain at least for a few moments more.
Take a look here. Very awkward angle landing for Omega, and everyone thought this was it, but the Golden Jets still flying tonight.
Now the Bucks forced to dig deep. They are indeed in there with 2 great singles wrestlers, but they are in there also with an undefeated tag team, are the Bucks. And
This is it.
now, what a counter by Jericho!
Breaker. And now, can he hit this one-winged angel? Nuh-uh.
Matt Jackson raining down rights.
Matt Jackson very familiar with that move.
Oh, wait.
No, 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 no.
Punch rounds, 1, 2, and Matt Jackson Jackson kicks out.
High impact German suplex. When your hips are that below your opponent. Excellent job by Kenny, even though he didn't get the win.
You see Omega can read his lips. One more shot. Matt Jackson now in the crosshairs of the cleaner. But Nick! Oh! Starched him with the super kick. Oh, counter by Judas effect. But a left arm Judas. Oh, Jericho 8-1 took a second.
Jericho's out on his feet.
Matt Jackson said he's going to break Jericho's arm. Ripcord, bang! And now